which a level 5 hospital that used to be here before the refugees went away, and now it's closed because there are no population, and we want the host community to come and resettle here. Behind us, we also have a school, and there are a number of schools in this area that have now been neglected after the refugees have left.
Well, he also urged the United Nations and also the Kenya government, or in collaboration with Kenya government, to introduce the same plan in the other two camps, which is Hagardera and Ifo, because he said the focus of Red Cross right now is only Ifo camps. Hamza Yusuf, KTN News.
Now, this morning on our top story, I told you that the High Court was expected to make a ruling when it comes to the colonial-era laws that criminalize homosexuality as unconstitutional, and I understand that the ruling has been postponed to May. Let's talk to our reporter, Caroline B., who's at the High Court. B, good morning. Kindly bring us up to date with the message that has been sent out by the judge who's expected to give his ruling today when it comes to this case.
Well, Brenda, the ruling which was expected to be made this morning at 9 a.m. has been postponed to a later date, that is the 24th of March. And the judges simply say that it was supposed to be heard by a 3-judge bench, but basically the judges are not ready to make their ruling. So for the next 90 days, that means the LGBT community will have to wait longer to get to know their fate. Currently, the penal code says that there is punishment for 14 years for those caught for those caught in such circumstances. And when I arrived here, there was a high number of the LGBT community. Many expected that the court is going to be lenient to them and is going to make it friendlier for them. In fact, I also spoke to the petitioner of this case, who says that they have been oppressed for a long time. They do not have rights, yet they are human beings, and according to the constitution, they should have rights, and every Kenyan citizen should have rights. But for them, it has been I can say that their rights has actually been stepped on, and therefore they were expecting that the court was going to make a fair judgment. But then again, they said that they expected this. This is a case that began in 2016. Until now, it is still dragging on. It has been postponed before. It has been postponed again this time. And the petitioner says that they expected this to happen. It's not anything new. So they came wanting to know, or actually expecting that the court is going to say whatever it said today. But they say that come the next 90 days, then the court is going to make a stand and make a ruling for the same. Brenda?
I mean, this ruling, the expected ruling at the High Court, also comes at a time when President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto have openly said that Kenya does not encourage that issue of the LGBT.
Well, Brenda, it comes at a time when, as you have rightly put it, the president and gave his sentiments or his concern about the same. But given that this is a petition that has been in court in 2016, it's up to the court to decide on what will be the fate of this LGBT community, especially the gay people. And a lot of them actually flocked this place this morning to show support to each other, and expecting that the court is going to be lenient to them, given that, let's say, whenever one of those parties is sexually assaulted, then they will not have the freedom to report that to the police stations, because the police will actually take it as an offense, given that they are actually gay, and they could be sentenced for 15 years. So whenever such situations happen, it's difficult for them to report to the authorities, given that they have this code of conduct that is supposed to guide how they operate, and majority of them do not come out freely to talk to others. And they also say that they are oppressed a lot in the community, and the fact that the president spoke about it is enough to tell you that this LGBT community, they do not have their rights, and therefore they have to go underground. But we will expect the court to make its ruling, and from there on we will get to know what will be the law